All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Week 2. This is Fourth and Over. I'm Evan. That's Greg.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday. Greg, did we already have the game of the year?
It's definitely possible. The Bills and the Ravens definitely put on a show for us all.
What a game.
It was a pretty eventful week 1. Evan, why don't you tell everybody what we're going over today?
I have a lot of things. That's the big one. Is the game of the week. We had a Friday night game in Brazil.
How about that halftime show?
Whew. Yeah, listen.
Those guys down in Brazil, they know how to party.
Yes.
Especially during halftime on a Friday night game between the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Yeah, phenomenal. Halftime show was great. Game was good. Surprising game as well. I think after conclusion of the game and with fantasy football being a big part of all of us that watch football, a lot of stars really didn't perform how we thought. I think there's a lot of surprises as far as games, how they unfolded and how players played. So, we'll touch a bit on that. I think we're 1 week into the season. There's the hot seats. Seats are getting hot for a couple of these coaches, maybe a couple of the teams altogether.
A couple quarterbacks.
It's week 1. We got some takes. So, like I said, let's get right into it. I think candidate, not even for game of the year, could be game of the regular season in possibly the last 5 years. The last game I remember being that good was when the Chiefs played the Bills in the AFC conference.
Yeah, I don't remember a game that was as exciting as that one. It definitely set the benchmark for the year, 2025.
Yeah, so I stayed up super late that night watching that game. Well worth it. I sent a drunk selfie video to my group chat. It was quite a night.
Well, you won a good bet.
I did.
For sure.
I did.
You bet on the Bills?
Yes. But while they were down 14, I took Bills money line over 60 and Josh Allen rushing touchdown. And let's say that fourth quarter was good to me.
Bold move, Cotton.
Very bold.
Move.
Very, very, very bold.
I didn't think that the Ravens were going to lose that one.
No. But that game, like I said, and then, to follow it up, you had that Monday night game, which was, did it even happen? It's almost like
the Bills and Ravens game. As soon as the hometown Buffalo Bills fans started chanting MVP for Lamar Jackson, it definitely seemed like
Josh Allen took it personal.
Lamar should have probably won MVP last year, but after that
first
game, I definitely think that Josh Allen redeemed himself.
Yeah, and I think going into that game was a very much a Lamar to prove it type of game that he is the MVP. And to start that game, it very much looked it. That game started up. So to start the game, Josh Allen runs down the field. They throw a touchdown, quick strike, and it's like, all right, we're off. And Derrick Henry, that boy still got it. King Henry lives on forever.
He's got to slow down eventually, right?
I don't know, man.
Maybe in his 50s?
Maybe. I have no idea. Tom Brady was the guy that did it as well as he did for such a long time into an elder age, they could say, as a quarterback. Derrick Henry is absolutely doing that as a running back at his age and just the production he has. The guy ran for 176 yards. He broke off a 30-yard touchdown and a 46-yard touchdown.
Oh, they definitely needed him.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes, and they needed him to not fumble the ball there at the end. But,
But, getting away from that a little bit,
that game's not on him.
The story that game told, with Lamar, doing as well as he did during the first half, looking like, the MVP caliber player that he obviously is.
I see what you're.
And then, you got Josh Allen coming back toward the end and beating the Ravens by 1 point. That really kind of signifies what their MVP race kind of
what they're been. And also kind of, to me, is what their careers kind of are. If you look at Lamar Jackson, that's kind of Lamar. Lamar's this guy in the regular season that's so great and athletically gifted, and he is all those things, and they put up points and bunches, and it's hard to defend. And then you get to the games that count, the games that matter, and get into the playoffs, and it's you don't see that same action moment. And then the beginning of the season, typically the Bills are, you're always like, oh, who do the Bills even have on their team? How are they going to be good? And then come those winter months up there in Buffalo, Josh Allen's just doing these crazy, he's throwing touchdown passes to himself. It's all sorts of craziness to win these games in fashions that, if you're a football fan, you're very much tuned in, and it's just very on par for Josh Allen how that game went.
Yeah,
You know,
great teams, they do great things, and the Bills definitely they prove that every single year. And after taking down the Ravens week 1, they're going to be tough to stop.
81 points in a football game in the NFL. I mean, college football, sure. NFL game, that's a number you don't think you're going to see.
Nope.
They had in the fourth quarter alone, there was 4 touchdowns and a field goal scored. They were down 25-40 with 11:40. So actually, they started the fourth quarter down 34-25. And that's the Bills scoring a touchdown. And 1 minute, literally a minute and 8 seconds went by, and Derrick Henry breaks off a 46-yard rushing touchdown. That's it. Josh Allen's face on the sideline was like, "Fuck me, get me out of here." I'm so angry. I just worked to get that touchdown, and we just gave it up just that quickly. And then next thing you know, we get into the 4 minutes ago. The Bills score. It's 40-32, and then it's turnover 40-38, and then here we are with Matt Prater. People that are on the Bills thought it was a new coach that was in the building.
41-year-old Matt Prater.
Just coming in there winning the game.
Guy's had a hell of a career.
What a game. I mean, and early in the game, they opted to not kick extra points and go for 2 on multiple occasions.
What was at stake?
They had three 2-point conversion attempts, and then I think the Ravens missed an extra point, if I'm not mistaken. It's a wild game. Like every aspect of the game, you watch that game, like that's a game that could be on NFL Network for the next 4 weeks, and I'd tune in.
They'll probably be playing that game again next year.
Oh yeah, for sure. I hope we can get those two in the AFC Championship game. I mean, based off of week 1 and everything looked like, it sure looks like they're destined to meet.
Yes. I don't think that the Bills would be that lucky again.
I don't either, but I also...
Great week 1 story.
Hell of a way to kick the season off. And then, again, then like we touched on, we got Friday night game in Brazil. Hell of a halftime show. Hell of a game. Honestly, hell of a game. Shout out Greg. Yeah. Last week we talked about it. I put the Chiefs winning the division. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's the Chiefs' division to lose. And then they come out, they play the Chargers, division rivalry game overseas, and the Chargers looked good. They looked not like the same Chargers.
I mean, I was just about to say, what do you expect? I mean, Jim Harbaugh out there saying he wants to make Justin Herbert an MVP, finally throwing the ball, most likely catching the Chiefs off guard by throwing the ball for, most of the game. They got my boy Keenan Allen back, Quentin Johnston.
Third and Keenan.
The underdog, Quentin Johnston, drafted to be great, finally in his 3rd year. Pretty sure it's his 3rd year, just finally pulling it together. Yeah. They got Ladd out there. They got Omari and Hampton. That offense is great. Their offensive line is pretty damn good, too. The defense is awesome.
The defense is very good.
And Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift was saying some stuff about Xavier Worthy to Travis, so he had to run into him and dislocate his shoulder, obviously, because, that's
what you do for love.
That's what you do for love, for some Swift love, especially a couple weeks after the engagement, maybe a week after the engagement. Travis Kelce was planning on doing that.
I thought it was a game that...
And when you're the only person left to pass to, it makes it kind of easy to boost those stats before you join your brother in retirement as well. And enjoy your life with Taylor Swift, being her roadie, going on the stage, singing some songs.
Doing some dancing.
Dressing up like a hooligan.
Yeah, I was wrong with that game. I thought the Chiefs would have came out, obviously week 1, you coming off that Super Bowl loss. This is a big game, prove we're still... The Chiefs.
You know what their problem is that they think they're the old Chiefs still. And they're not the old Chiefs still.
What do you mean?
they are in limbo now. This is a transition period for the Chiefs, I think. Tom Brady with the Patriots went through the same kind of ebbs and flows. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to go to another Super Bowl, most likely win another Super Bowl. But I think all those players in the past, I don't see much hope for them, including Travis Kelce, including this year.
Yeah, a lot with that.
It's
Living
time
it.
for the torch to get passed around a little bit for the next dynasty, because Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes can definitely work some magic, and they're not dead yet.
Those guys stay, and I think there's a lot of movement on that team, and a few down years to come. But I mean, still, hell of a game out of the Chargers, hell of a game out of Herbert, hell of a game out of Quentin Johnson, 2 touchdowns. Yeah,
Yep.
guy couldn't catch a football last year, wide open, taking him off the face mask, and that's just
So many teams take chances on all these guys where it's like, you are a big, tall, fast, jumping high wide receiver. I'm going to teach you how to play football. And that's what they did with Quentin Johnson.
Yep. And that's it's paying its dividends now, and so shout out the Chargers.
Jim Harbaugh deserves a lot of credit too.
Yeah, no, that guy wins. He's a winner. He's
Unless he's
an absolute
facing
winner.
his brother, but hopefully he'll have his revenge game soon.
Yep, that'll happen. That Super Bowl. That was a Super Bowl that the lights went out. That was a great Super Bowl. Anyways, I digress.
Big conspiracy theories from that Super Bowl.
There is a lot of conspiracy theories, but that's a rabbit hole I don't think we have the time for.
No, we don't. Hey, we'll do a conspiracy theory episode.
But yes, more to come. So it sounds like you got some hate. So you are you hating? Are you a Swiftie? Not a Swiftie?
Oh, I'm a Swiftie, for sure. But I understand what the power of love will do to a man.
Yeah. Well, so are you hating on Kelce, or are we?
Oh no, we
Not
can't.
hating on
We
Kelce.
can't hate on Kelce. We love Kelce.
All right. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It sounded like you were putting he's eliminating some players on his own team for some stats, so there may be some hatred there, but
There's no hatred.
no hatred.
I didn't expect much from the Chiefs this year. I'm not hating on it. Do what you got to do. You're going to be retiring soon. You got to get that Hall of Fame career put back together.
I mean, I think
nothing against the
I think his career is a
Swifties.
Hall of Fame
Swifties
career,
are-
no matter what. I think he's a no matter what Hall of Famer. So, but well, I mean, we'll see. I hate the Giants. There's not a lot of teams I really hate. The Giants, they stole 2 from us, so I hate the Giants. But fantasy football purposes, I'm heavy on my Malik Neighbor stock, and I hate Russell Wilson. I said it. I said it to start the season. If it was up to me, I would drive myself down to New York and run him over with a car. Let's get Winston Dart in there. Russell Wilson is the check down king, and he's barely even good at that.
Listen, we don't need to be, running over anybody with any cars or anything, but if we could try to get Russell Wilson trapped somewhere for a certain period of time, I think that would be very beneficial for the Giants.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
Trap him somewhere.
I fully agree with that. I mean,
I heard the other day, maybe trap him in an elevator.
an elevator. Okay, I was thinking
Get him trapped in an elevator, but plan it out, put a
possible-
lunchbox in there.
I'm thinking possibly if we got those gold coin chocolates and a rainbow, and we just toss them over there, and he'll just run off and never come back. He's small.
Yeah, just get him away.
Yeah, anything to get him away.
Trade, cut,
Yeah,
gold coins, elevators.
throw him off the plane,
We don't need to murder Russell Wilson. Yeah.
but throw him off that plane.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I mean Russell Wilson,
get
you're
Jackson
off.
Dart in there.
You're awful for that offense. Football's passed you by, bud, and it's time to really move on. And then I think George Pickens might be another player I'll put on my hate list.
How can you hate George?
Because I had a lot of hope for George Pickens going I had a lot of hope for the Cowboys offense going into this year. They did Dak coming back healthy, CeeDee Lamb coming back healthy. Really good year out of those two, you'd think. And then you have Pickens, where it's all right, this is really going to take the pressure off of they can't double team up there. And he just didn't look
Comfortable.
He didn't look comfortable, which I understand because it's a new team, right? New offense coming in there. But the thing that I hated the most was I saw a lot of the old George Pickens that he was on the Steelers, where it's you're kind of starting a little bit of the scrum, you're getting the upsetness with the defenders, and after the whistle's blown things. Where again, he didn't really have any penalties called on him, But it's like the little things already started, and we're 1 week into the fucking season. Like how the 4 weeks in, where are we at? Where it starts that frustration, and next thing you know, we got this guy's gonna be getting thrown out of games, and
Yeah, I don't know. I think there are brighter days ahead for
I
George
hope so.
Pickens with his emotions getting in the way. I mean, they did with Mike Tomlin. I have a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin and stuff like that. And, you don't just trade away your wide receiver one. They could have had DK Metcalf with Pickens.
And Aaron Rodgers, who wants to sling that thing.
Aaron Rodgers made a lot of players look pretty damn good. And, he likes to get involved with ownership and decisions and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a maturity level item. I think
Yeah.
is the talent's there. It's not talent based. The guy can play.
He will have his games.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
There's going to be a lot of times when I think Pickens is, looks like a problem on national television.
yeah, yeah. Fully agree there.
And you send him to the Cowboys, which gets pretty much the most national. They're America's team, right? They get the most national coverage
Sure
of all.
do.
Mike Tomlin probably had that on his mind when he was, ownership as well when they were shipping him off.
Yeah, good way to
Try to
make
fix
Jerry
him, give him this, the spotlight, the big spotlight.
or make Jerry look bad. Either one. I mean, he does enough of that himself, but
He doesn't really need help in that
no,
department.
he does not.
But I was convinced. I thought for a second there that at the beginning of that Cowboys game that I thought that they were going to take the game for a second there.
Yeah, no, they looked
I had hope for
good.
him.
They looked really good, and just like I said, I think it was on CD and Pickens that really quite literally dropped the ball.
Yeah.
There's a lot of drops, CD Lamb specifically, that you wouldn't expect because he had like 7 catches for 110, and it was like that's a bad game. It was not a good game for CD Lamb, but that stat line would think he had a good game.
You
But
look at the stat line. Stat line looks great,
stat line looks great.
but they didn't win the game.
They did not win the game, and
Stats don't matter if you don't
he
win
had
the
some
game.
crucial drops. But
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, those are two guys. I'm just we're 1 week in. I'm over those guys, real quick, just over it.
Yeah. Yeah. I respect the take.
Yeah, I mean, and then I don't know. I got some love out there for some guys. I'm sure. What did I love this week? I mean, I can definitely show some love from Javonte Williams. I mean, I know me and you have had many conversations with our fantasy football leagues and the group chats about Javonte Williams and the whole running game on Dallas just not being the guy. But the
Cowboys would disagree.
yeah, no, I mean he looked.
He's going to have to get the
better.
job done.
Yeah.
Miles Sanders is certainly not going to be getting the job done. They do have Mr. Blue, Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Shout out. But yeah, they do have him sitting there. He's a rookie. It's probably going to take him some time to get up there. But goal line, Javonte Williams
was getting it done. Absolutely was getting it done. And then I'd also say, we got to show some love here for CMC.
Oh, yes.
CMC, I mean, the guy after last year, really not fully written off, but like pretty written off for a guy of his caliber and what he's done in the league and his tenure and his, you put down on a sheet of paper what he's accomplished. And a lot, it's just like, he's, he doesn't have it. It's finally caught up to him was a lot of the talk. And then obviously he had, we're 2 days before the season starts and we got, CMC calf injury, not practicing. You're like, here we fucking go again.
Yes. Panic alarms were going off, but I forget the name of the reporter. He said that it's not DEFCON 1, which was good. But,
Yeah.
CMC, he is the engine of the 49ers offense.
Fully.
It just sucks when, the engine doesn't start up sometimes, or, you get some of the problems with the engine. And it's happened 3 times in CMC's career. But after that first week, it definitely doesn't seem like Brian Robinson Jr.
No, he's...
Unless we have some more engine troubles. But the CMC that I saw out there was the CMC that I'd love to see.
Yeah.
Big CMC fan. A bunch of injuries have been popping up with the 49ers. Mac Jones is going to be out, possibly. I mean, not Mac Jones. Brock Purdy is going to be out for possibly multiple weeks, but we do have Mac Jones, who's, an old New England Patriots guy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I wish Mac well and all.
If
You weren't
anybody
the
could
guy.
get it, like get the sails pointed in the right direction, I do have some kind of faith for Kyle Shanahan to be able to get Mac Jones at least in the realm of a respectable quarterback.
He took Brock Purdy to what Brock Purdy is, so I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant.
Yep, Mr. Relevant is
Made
very
him a
relevant.
multi-millionaire.
Last pick, and did very, very well underneath Shanahan. So Mac Jones could be that guy there and could be a sufficient fill-in.
They faced a tough Seattle Seahawks defense during week 1. They looked pretty tough while they were out there.
Yep.
But I think they still got it together.
Yeah, I think
They
so.
got a
Absolutely.
pretty easy schedule. I think they have New Orleans coming up next.
Yes.
Which, they should tear those guys apart.
They should.
I don't think Spencer Rattler is going to be rattling
Yeah,
all that much next week.
Nope. I fully agree with that. And then let's go another player that I know I've talked a lot about in the group chat about, Bo Nix.
Oh, Bo Picks.
Yep, sophomore slump, baby.
It's definitely coming. I got a bad feeling about Bo Picks. But he did start the season last year horrendously. Maybe he's just one of those guys that has a slow start.
That's true. He did.
Like Mr. Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, another one. The Bengals, just in general. Shout out the Bengals, though. They get a week 1 win. I think maybe the first in the last 4 or 5 years. It's just not something they're known to do. Was win week 1. They start off slow, and I mean they got the win, but boy did they start off slow. Jamar Chase, 5 targets, 2 catches, I think 26 yards is what he finished with, 26 yards. I mean, last week I said Jamar Chase simply is the number 1 receiver, the best receiver in the league. If you say anything else, you're wrong. Boy, was I wrong week 1. That guy,
He's
still the number 1 receiver. I'm not taking that away, but week 1 didn't help my argument.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Week 1 will never really help an argument when you're trying to pump up the Cincinnati Bengals, though.
Yeah.
I mean, history has told us anyways. They never get it together.
So we'll see. I think they're playing Jacksonville this week.
Yep.
Good matchup. It'll be interesting to see the Travis Hunter split in that one.
I've heard that Travis Hunter is going to be playing more defense than he did offense compared to week 1.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised with that.
I mean, it makes sense.
Right? You need him to be your playmaker because that team doesn't have a lot. So what do you need him for? The Bengals offense is really good. You want to have your best athletic person on your team covering up. Go eliminate T. Higgins or go eliminate Jamar Chase. I don't know if he can eliminate Jamar Chase. Travis Hunter is a guy you want in your locker room, and he's very athletic, and he's got that charisma, that dog in him that you want to have, and he wants to go win these battles. So you want that, but Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase. Again, it's tough to say after last week, but
got to give credit to the Browns defense, though.
Yeah, the Browns play. And
a smidge of respect for the Cincinnati Bengals defense. They did have some takeaways in that game.
The Browns.
Against the Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns.
I mean, they Jerome Ford and Sampson as the running backs.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got old man Flacco.
Old man Flacco, and then Judy.
Yep, and Fannin.
Shout out Fannin. Shout out Fannin. I love me some Fannin.
Yep.
Love me some Fannin.
He looks pretty good in college and in his first NFL career start. I expect good things from him. Moving forward, I don't know how the split's going to work with Njoku.
It was an interesting split week 1, that's for sure.
Njoku's a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'll take week 1 off.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good guy. You know who's not a good guy?
Who?
Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel?
Or Tyreek Hill. Actually, let's go Tyreek Hill. Actually, I take that back. Tyreek Hill's not a good guy.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm just associating Mike McDaniels with it.
Trade rumor alert. We got Tyreek Hill possibly going to the Steelers. Which is funny because they just got rid of Pickens. So, maybe let's bring some Tyreek Hill back in there. We need some more excitement in the wide receiver room. I mean, if anybody can set Tyreek Hill straight, I think it's Andy Reid, Mahomes, the Chiefs' legacy.
Yeah, bring it back.
I don't think anybody wants to go play for the Chiefs more than Tyreek Hill does. I think he made
Oh
a
my
horrible
God.
decision.
I mean, I don't think financially he made a phenomenal decision, right? You go to Florida, sunny Florida, nice weather, beaches, and no tax. Hello, no tax.
Yeah, that's a big
Selling point if you're making $1 million guaranteed contract to have less tax money coming out of that.
in football where it's the ultimate team sport.
But I mean, these guys are also their own business. So, I mean, you got your money now. All right, let's bring it back home.
Aging.
Time is ticking.
I hear cheetahs get a little slower as they age.
Yep. You saw it too also yesterday, I believe this was domestic violence.
Yes, one of his 73 baby mamas are saying that he domestically violenced them.
Yes. Yep. We just cannot get off this topic with the NFL and domestic violence.
No, maybe someday they will be able to link what's going on in all these guys' heads when they're doing these things. But I don't think it's going to be happening anytime soon.
Yeah. So NFL's looking into it officially. I saw Mike McDaniels.
Oh, good. So maybe they'll suspend Tyreek Hill. The Dolphins will realize that they're better off without him.
I think that's very possible. I think it's extremely, extremely possible that Tyreek Hill will not be on this team. I think he does get suspended, and I think he's not on the team when he comes back from suspension.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, looking at him on the sidelines and stuff like that, he's
miserable.
Puffy and puffy. He's calling out all the coaches and the calls that they're making during press conferences and stuff like that. It's like you're not. He just has that mindset where he's the only one that matters.
Yeah, and then and I'm with Mike. Mike McDaniels, I think as well is another one.
What the hell is he talking about? Maybe he's on a different level, McGenius guy, whatever the hell he is, nerd boy. But anyway, their team has no respect for.
Let's see if he gets let go. Maybe he takes a year off, but he's going to get picked up by somebody else. Maybe even the 49ers.
You think as a head coach or a coordinator?
As a coordinator, he'll have to do something before he gets back into that role.
I'm with you. Coordinator makes sense, and I think it could work out. I just think McDaniels, he's not a culture guy. He's too cool for school. Thinks he's smarter than everyone. All those type of things, and
that's how he portrays it in his press conferences. It always seems like he's putting on a show.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you don't get the best out of your team doing that type of stuff. Like
maybe you did.
There's just a lack
at first, but
exactly. I think at first it's fun and exciting, but then it's like, all right, when hard times hit, are you the leader or are you?
I can see that personality getting old,
you know
especially with the longevity of a lot of the players that are on that team who have been there with the Dolphins, playing with McDaniel. It's tough getting all these McDaniels together.
Yeah, so many of them.
Let's put that together.
It's just, I think the entire Dolphins organization is on a hot seat. It's a week one. I mean, you play against the Colts, who you don't think are a team that can really be a formidable opponent.
They made Daniel Jones
look good.
He scored on every drive.
He had a couple rushing touchdowns.
I forget what the stat is, but I think he's like the first player to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Or it's like the first player in a really long time. Or he's on the same level with somebody like Peyton Manning or something like that.
Man, that fits. That plays with the Colts.
I don't think Daniel Jones is Peyton Manning.
By any means.
But I'm excited to see Daniel Jones next week.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, he could be this year's Sam Darnold.
It's possible. I don't know what his contract looks like, but he could be in store for a big payday next year, maybe with another team. I don't know.
I mean, he could end up staying on the Colts. I mean,
he seems like a one-year kind of
guy, but I mean, if they win, winning cures all. So
I definitely need some time to work with Mr. Anthony Richardson if he's even on the team after this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think if they win with Daniel Jones, it's like we're moving on from Richardson. Richardson could be that next great athletic quarterback that really is a flash in the pan and doesn't have a career in this league.
I mean, they thought that he was going to be the next Josh Allen. And I know we were talking about it earlier when it came to like Quentin Johnston and maybe even a little bit of Keon Coleman too. It took some time for those guys to, get all their stuff together and stuff like that. But I don't see anything really that great coming from Anthony Richardson. They have so many playmakers on the Colts too, and Daniel Jones. Any quarterback that isn't Anthony Richardson is going to make those playmakers happier.
Yeah, you want a game manager, and that's what I think Daniel Jones can be. He's not going to win you a game, but he can manage it well. I mean, actually, I'm having trouble saying that. Honestly, I could disagreeing as I'm saying the words.
Cut.
Yeah, I mean, I'm disagreeing with it as I'm saying it because Daniel Jones, but they didn't really have receivers for him. We'll see. It was a really good week one for him. Let's see if he builds off of it. How about that?
Yeah.
See if he builds off of it.
He was coming from the Giants, and it always seems like they have trouble with their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So far, I love Dayball, but he might just be better off as being a defensive coordinator in the long run. But we'll see.
Yeah, Dayball's. I mean, he's a cool guy though. He's got that swagger.
He's super cool.
So cool. But yeah, then we got so this week we got some good games coming up. Tonight we got Packers versus the Commanders. I think that is a phenomenal Thursday night game, similar to last week's where we got Philly Cowboys. I think that's a really good matchup. I think this is another team, another two teams, same division. They match up extremely well with each other. Both exciting young quarterbacks, exciting offensive pieces, more so on the Packers, I would say, but not to discredit. I mean, you got Debo there now, and you have McLaurin, obviously, tried and true on that team. So I think two very fun teams that it could go either one way or the other. It could be a defensive match because the Packers defense is legit.
You're going to have Jaden Daniels running all over the place.
Yeah, I think he's going to run a lot.
He'll be making plays.
I think it's going to be one that gets real tight into the fourth quarter. I'd say I think I like who's home. I gotta look at who's the home team here. If it's Packers at home, I definitely like the Packers. If it's the Commanders, that could be a toss-up.
No.
It's Packers at home. I like the Packers.
Yeah, I like the Packers either way.
Yeah, I figure obviously you should.
Well, I mean, not to be a Packers homer or anything like that, but I like Jaden Daniels. That's the only real piece that I think is going to be able to do anything on offense. Terry McLaurin's coming back from, his big holdout and stuff like that from the offseason, and he didn't do much last week.
Yeah, and Debo can only do. I mean, Debo
looked like Debo.
Debo looked good.
I was proud of Debo.
Yeah.
Do I think he's going to slow down?
Yeah, and I think this could be a game too. I mean, short rest game, obviously, tough one for a player like him that plays so many offensive plays, and it's not like he takes plays off. Like where a lot of receivers, like you're not in the play, right? You're running a route, but are you really running the route? I think Debo.
I can picture it in my mind already, just him doing that wide back kind of thing a few times throughout the game. But the Packers secondary is not really. It's no joke.
No, exactly. I think you guys have really good safeties. They can really contain that outside breaking run that I think is kind of the bread and butter for the Commanders, is like that roll out of the pocket and kind of free things up and make you make a mistake type of deal, where the Packers can really have a clean plays and clean defensive communication, and I think that they'll stymie a lot of what the Commanders try to do to win football games. So it'll be a good matchup. I think it'll be a very close game, but again, with it being in Green Bay, that's going to be their first home game? That's their home opener?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Packers smash the Packers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that the Packers are going to run away with it early on during the game. And
Jay
I
Daniels
think
does some like heroic shit in the third and to the fourth to try to make it
no,
close.
I think he's gonna try to do some heroic
Yeah,
stuff and be
yeah.
like, "Let's go for it on fourth down," but I think he's gonna fail like those 2 times that they try to do that.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're gonna
Man.
need a halftime to like try to piece it together. I see the Packers definitely beating them by a couple scores at least. I don't think it's going to be a phenomenal Thursday night game. It looks good on paper, but I think it's high scoring or low scoring. I could see the Packers going up to like 31 or so,
Okay, so
somewhere
that's
around
high
there.
scoring, I'd say.
Yeah, pretty high scoring, I
Any team
suppose.
putting 31 up, I mean, obviously that's a low scoring game if you're the Ravens and the Bills, but if you're 31-13, it's a fucking blowout.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now.
All right. All right. I love it. The home opener in Lambeau, I think, is going to be a fun game for them, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure.
I love their Micah Parsons like on the sideline, like camera views. It just like reminds me of Derrick Henry. It's like send in the beast.
I mean, they're very similar. I would say that. I mean, obviously different positions, but yeah, Michael Parsons he's a force. So
Yeah,
he's an absolute force. Another game where like is Bills Jets battle in New York.
I like the Bills Jets too. Justin Fields balled out last week,
Hmm.
and
Another divisional game.
he doesn't have something to prove, like going up against his former team or anything like that. But it's a divisional game.
It is. It is.
He was
It is.
dropping dimes.
Yeah.
But I have seen this before from Justin Fields, where he has
Hot starts and then fizzle.
they figure it out. You know,
I'm big on Justin Fields is just running around back there.
he fits their offensive scheme really well for what they're trying to do.
It's unpredictable, I think, is the best way to describe him behind the line of scrimmage. It's unpredictable for a defense, but only for so long. Where you can start like, all right, I can take away these pieces. Like when he does this, like, all right,
That Steelers game, it was like pretty predictable what was going to happen. It's like, why aren't you around Fields?
yeah, no,
Do you remember what he's capable of once he starts getting going? And
Yeah, the Steelers looked awful in that game.
yeah,
I mean, offense looked good, but the defense, which was supposed to be, they were a great defense last year, top 5 defense, I'm pretty sure last year.
the Steelers are a pretty great organization, and they always seem to have a respectable defense.
Yeah, and they
have some awesome pieces.
They got some pieces, and you felt like they upgraded even from last year, and then sure didn't look it.
Nah.
Sure didn't look it. So I mean, we'll see. And then obviously the Bills coming off the game that they just had, huge emotional win, exciting game. You know, I think both these offenses are very exciting, and both their defenses didn't look great per se. I mean, the Jets defense was a very good defense as well, and they didn't look very great.
No, they didn't.
Like I said, old man Rogers, burning them for 4 TDs. I mean,
it makes sense though with him being Aaron Rodgers to go to that kind of team, and he threw that ball to a bunch of like nobody knew what he was going to be doing.
yeah, he spreads it out.
Yeah, Arthur Smith, say what you will about him, but the decisions that he makes, while they're not great for like fantasy football, they are pretty good for
They win
actual
football games, which is his job. So
Yeah, that's true. Kenneth Gainwell was a nice big surprise until you thought about it, and it's like, yeah, not really surprised that you did something like that. And he has this absolute monstrous man crush on Jonnu Smith. And I don't think any of our love takes that we have today are going to amount to the amount of love that he has for Jonnu Smith.
no, that guy has absolute hard on for him. And I mean, Jonnu Smith looked. I don't think did he look good because he didn't have a lot of yards. He had a touchdown, but I think the yards were it's like 33 yards.
I think he had like 5 receptions.
Like for 33 yards and a touchdown.
I just feel like it was somewhere around 5.
Yeah. I mean, no, he was looking for him. I mean, he got targeted a lot. He had 9-10 targets. Rodgers threw the ball 35-ish, I want to say, times. Obviously if you're getting 9-10 targets, you're up there. I'm pretty sure he was the leading targets.
Oh, altogether?
Yeah, for the game. Like,
it's crazy.
On the Steelers for sure.
They brought him in there. They had Pat Fryermuth, the Muth.
The Muth. No,
Johnny.
Bills Jets, gonna be a fun game, really fun game. I think an exciting one. I like the Bills in it. I think this could be a come down to earth game for Justin.
He's had so many of those before.
Yeah, and then he gets right back up. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he could be dead for the rest of the season, but I think I don't know how effective he is throwing the ball.
No, I mean the Bills saw what they're planning to do.
The Ravens ran the ball is how they beat the Bills. It was running the ball. So I mean, we'll see. He's a running quarterback, and Lamar had like 75 yards on the ground, something stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean, but Derrick Henry obviously with the 176 is what really killed them. I don't know.
But when you put Lamar,
Well, actually, they got Brees Hall. Brees Hall looked good.
he looked good for what he was assigned to do. But I mean, if you take Lamar and you take Justin Fields and you put them side by side, there's no competition there.
Either.
Yeah, I do like the Braylon Allen, Brees Hall, Justin Fields combination though. It could definitely throw defenses off a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a good game.
Braylon, Twitter or something like that. That Brees Hall is like, oh, well, gotta prove it again.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's.
But he looks good in that role. I'm not like disappointed with what the Jets are doing with Brees Hall. Like, yeah, throw him some, some balls to the outside, have him run up and stuff like that. Have Braylon Allen do the short yardage stuff. He did pretty good at it.
Yeah, and I think it's more so that Brees Hall's upset about it than the Jets or anything.
Yeah, because his boys that came in through I think it was the same class, Sauce and Wilson. They both got
deals.
They both got monster deals.
Yep.
And when you got Braylon Allen, who's got that rookie contract, it's better for the financials and stuff like that.
There's so much money they can go around. Will
Brees Hall go to another team next year?
Ask Jerry.
Most likely.
Yes.
Just
or
a matter
this year.
Of which team that is.
Possibly this year. Another game. I love this game. Lions versus the Bears. That to me is going to be such a fun game. First and foremost, the Lions looked like trash last week.
Yeah,
you could really see the difference of Dan Campbell not having the offensive guru that Ben Johnson is, not having that. I forget the defensive coordinator.
It was a little bit of both, I think. I think that it was Ben Johnson not being there, and I think it was the Packers having, Parsons, just much stronger team defensively. I don't even know. I couldn't even count the amount of times that Jahmyr Gibbs just ran into a brick wall.
Yeah.
This Gibbs just the entire time.
There was not a lot of space at all for them to run. And obviously, I think a lot of their offense is predicated off of Gibbs and Montgomery being able to create, those Gibbs more so for the explosive big play ability, and Montgomery for getting those 5, 6, 7 hard yards run through the middle, and they couldn't get that. And if you don't get that, I mean, Jared Goff wasn't phenomenal before he got there by any means. And then, you had these great running backs where it takes a lot of pressure off of the quarterback to have to be the one that makes great decisions at all times. But, when you have running backs that everyone's paying attention to, you go into a play action pass, you're finding wide open guys. And even if you don't go to play action pass, but they're in the backfield or they're just on the field, it's like they're keyed in on some of these guys where it's like he could make it easier. I think there was more zone coverage that they saw that helped, where I think they were able to take out the receiving and passing part of the running game first, which then took out the receivers out of that game. And it really made that offense look stagnant and like they are missing Ben Johnson quite a bit. And then on the other end, you have Ben Johnson as the head coach of this team. The Bears looked good to start that game Monday night. They looked like the far, far better team. Caleb Williams looks like he was moving the ball. He was getting out of the pocket. He was throwing the ball. I still think he was holding on to it a bit long. He wasn't making quick decisions, which is like his MO. But
they did well with the scripted part of the game.
It looked like they had a good offensive piece.
And it was Ben Johnson's first head coaching game.
Yeah, and then towards the end, it obviously fell apart. They couldn't move the ball at the end at all.
But, I know we talked about this once before in one of these podcasts, but Ben Johnson just looks like he is aging a
Quick.
year a week.
Yeah, a lot more stress comes with the coach
He
position.
just looks old.
But I'm excited. The reason I'm excited to watch the game is because I feel like Ben Johnson knows that offense so well.
Well, yeah. I mean, it seems like the offense is a shell of what it used to be.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's the basic part of the Lions offense, and I think he's going to do really well with that. But meanwhile, you do have Amon-Ra St. Brown saying, trying to pump up the crowd to make sure that they all boo the shit out of Ben Johnson.
Is he?
Yes.
I have not seen that.
Amon-Ra is being very vocal about this.
I love that.
He wants.
I love this game even more now.
That crowd is going to play a role.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this game even more now. That's going to be a fun game. That's going to be a really, really fun game. I think it's going to be low scoring.
Imagine that.
I do. I think it's a very low scoring game.
In theory, it should be. They know each other very
They know
well.
each other very, very well. And I think defense is going to play a huge part. And, the Lions with the better offensive pieces by far don't have the best part of their offense, the coordinator. And on the other end, the coordinator knows how to stop a lot of that offense. And as good as the Bears looked to start the game, they still did. It wasn't like a very good game out of the Bears. It wasn't a very effective game when it needed to be. When they needed to score points again, they just kind of weren't. So, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see.
It's a good question. Do
you think Ben Johnson's going to start 0-2?
I do.
It should happen that way, but he's not. The Bears do find a way
to lose football games. Yeah, they know how to lose football games, And I think it's that growth thing that we're talking about, right? He's aging so much. I think it's that growth of that head coach and all that comes along with it. Guys that he used to be him, it takes time and effort to build that in.
I did love seeing Ben Johnson go for it on 4th down.
That was exciting.
Just exciting. It was like
they needed. I
thought that was Dan Campbell. I didn't think that was you.
No, I think it was also exciting as a Bears fan because the Bears have just been so mundane for years and not taking chances. Mm-hmm. So it was like a breath of fresh air for them. So,
I love teams that go for it on 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless you're on your side 40 yards towards your end zone, you should be going on 4th down every single time. Or it's guaranteed field goal. If that's points that matter. If it's even points that don't matter, fucking go for it.
Yeah. Do you think that the Lions cared more about beating the Packers week 1, or do you think they care more about beating the Bears week 2?
I think they probably cared more about beating the Packers simply because the Packers are a team that matters to win. And as far as divisional standings and all that stuff, playoff hopes, where the Bears don't really scare you in that aspect. But when it comes to personal, obviously what you just said, Amon-Ra, I think Dan Campbell, we all know Dan Campbell, how he is, bite your kneecap type of guy. Loyalty means something to Dan Campbell, and I don't think he's mad at Ben Johnson for taking the head coach position, right? But
no, he had 2 or 3 years of a warning.
Yeah, but at the same point, you know what I mean? This is the guy that used to be underneath you, and now he's your foe. You don't want to lose to that guy. So yeah, I think there's juice. I think it mattered more to beat the Packers, but I think there's a lot more juice to this game.
Do you think they were thinking about week 2 more than week 1?
That's a good point. That could be very accurate. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah,
I think the Lions win.
I do too.
I think that the offense actually looks pretty good. They must have been planning for this game a little bit longer than,
I don't know. We'll see. Because, during preseason, you saw during the preseason, they called him out and they said, these are all those same plays that we used to run. We know that offense. And then Ben Johnson was quick to chirp back. And he's like, yeah, this is just like the base offense. We haven't even opened up the playbook. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, you fucking guys, let me see what you got. I'm gonna
Exactly.
show you some shit.
They didn't get the secret notebook.
Yeah,
The one from the water boy.
yeah, yeah,
Screwed up the Fonz's career.
yeah.
Stealing his notebook.
Gotta.
Damn. Bobby Boucher.
Bobby. I'd say, I think is the game of the week. Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. I think this is going to be. I don't know. I'm in between on a lot of things on it, right? I think it could be either a very low scoring game or a very back and forth style game. I think with the Chiefs getting absolutely embarrassed last year in the Super Bowl. I mean, 40 was it 42-7, but the 7 points I wouldn't even count. It was like 2 minutes to go when they scored that touchdown, and
It was a bomb to Worthy.
I was like, yeah, like
Worthy's
not there no more.
Well,
You're right.
for this week.
Yeah.
Dislocated shoulder.
Yep. 2 to 3 weeks.
Travis Kelce. What's all the stats?
So, I mean, we'll see what happens there. But I think the reason why I think it's going to be a slow scoring game is because the Chiefs defense got embarrassed with the most people with eyes on a football game. And a lot of people thinking the Chiefs were the team in the dynasty. And, everyone, obviously, Pat's fan here, and everyone saying Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT over Tom Brady, who's like 1 year removed from football. Like, he all of a sudden doesn't have a title anymore as being what he did. And Patrick Mahomes, granted, Patrick Mahomes has a chance and could do it, but he's so early in his career to be like saying that already. And that's what brings it back to like, they could go back and forth because
This is his 8th season, I think. Mahomes.
so he's got 12 more.
Yeah, if he wants to keep
If he
playing.
wants to, he's got 12 more. What does he have? 2 titles or 3 titles?
I don't think he's going to chase the GOAT.
No, I mean, we'll see.
In the age category.
No, yeah, not in the age category. But yeah, championship wise, he could. I think he absolutely could. But,
He definitely can.
I think the Chiefs defense has this game circled. I think the Chiefs offense has this game circled. I'd imagine that the Eagles are favored. I'm not sure about heavily, but I'd probably say 3.5 would be the spread in the Eagles' favor.
That sounds right.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see the Eagles, who didn't look great week 1. They got the win, but I wouldn't say they looked great, and kind of have the we gotcha mentality already. We beat you in the Super Bowl. You're not the same team. You were a better team when we played you last time. Now you're worse.
The Chiefs need this more.
They need it way more. Way more.
Yeah.
I could see this game being a tight game and the Chiefs possibly winning. Again, this is another one that matters. If this is an Arrowhead or Philly, I think
Eagles
that's the
defense
difference.
Is no joke, though.
It's very legit.
Low scoring does sound right.
It is in Arrowhead.
But I don't know what the Chiefs are going to
It's only a 1.5 point spread.
The Chiefs, I don't know, man.
I like the Chiefs.
But now they're also kind of like dipping into like their lower wide receiver core. So
Morgan kid looked good.
Yeah, the Eagles don't have much tape on how the Chiefs are planning to use them. It could catch them off guard.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I like the Chiefs a lot. It's basically pick 'em. It's 1.5 point spread.
I would bet on Chiefs misery.
Chiefs 0-2.
Sorry, Chiefs fans, but I think this is where it all starts to crumble down a little bit. Got to build a new foundation.
I mean, we're gonna see about it. But good slate of games. Like I said, those are the 4 that really caught our attention and things we like. Gonna be a good week. Excited to see some fun games. Watch these games for sure. Wrap it up. See us next week. More stuff. More hot takes. See if Tyreek Hill's still in the league.
I don't think he's ever been suspended before, has he?
I read about something when he was in college. He had another domestic abuse thing. He got out of Oklahoma State. He got
Tyreek
kicked out of Oklahoma State or something.
He's gonna be joining Antonio Brown in Dubai pretty soon.
No, those guys. I mean, listen. those are the most
You know,
similar people.
Tyreek Hill running off the field, taking the shirt off. I
Yeah.
could 100% see that happening at
Oh,
any point in
100%.
time playing for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
I could see it.
It's against he's playing against the Pats.
It's a Florida thing.
He's playing against the Pats, I believe away game. I believe it's in Miami, so that's fucking fitting.
That's true. I wouldn't want to take my shirt off in New England.
No, I mean, it's nice out still right now, but yeah. I could see that happening,
100%.
especially if they're getting blown the fuck out. So, but yeah, that's it. Appreciate it. Come back. See you next week. And, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, comment, let us know. Let us know some of your takes. What games you watching? Cheers, guys.
Yep. See you later. 4th and over at Clan.